This is Slasher here at the Evolution Championships 2013. I'm here with Dan Dinh, the professional League of Legends player for Epic Gamer and now a sub for Team Solo Mid. Dan, are you at the right event? What are you doing here?
I don't know. I kind of just walked in here. I'm like, whoa, this looks pretty cool. I saw a lot of gamers, so I felt kind of at home, and I asked, hey, yo, can I get inside? And they're like, I think I know you. Yeah, you can. So it's pretty cool.
So what do you think about your experience so far this weekend?
I think it's pretty amazing. One thing going to EVO, I was a little reserved because my buddies kind of just asked me to come, and I was like, I guess, they're gamers, we can connect, but, I kind of came out here and I got kind of welcomed with open arms, per se, I don't know. But, it feels like for this and like every other game, you kind of go in there and really it doesn't matter what game you play, like people's disposition, the way people think and act, we're kind of connected. We're all gamers, we all understand each other, and really when I came in here, people were like, oh, I know you, can I get an autograph, can I get a picture? And I felt comfortable being here.
Compared to the League of Legends community and scene events that you've gone to, how do you compare the vibe here to those events?
I'd like to say League of Legends, they're I'm going to say fanatic, not as in a bad way, but I think it's because the crowd is a little bit bigger, but here it feels more homey. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but the people here, they're really cool. They'll walk up to you. They'll talk to you like they've known you for a long time. It's not as crazy loud and people screaming all the time, but you get hype, you get into it, you shit talk when you play, and I think that's pretty exciting too. It's a little different, but I appreciate both as part of the spectrums.
I mean, a lot of the talk between the fighting game community events and the quote-unquote esports events is people say the hype here is unprecedented in those esports events. Do you believe that the type of enthusiasm here at an EVO can reach a community like League of Legends?
I think in terms of like the hype per person is a lot more. People are genuinely a lot more excited on a per person basis versus League of Legends, say, the crowd is much bigger, so you hear it a lot more. But these guys I feel are really passionate, and League of Legends, we got a lot of crowd. I'm not saying they're not passionate, but I definitely see the people here. They're very passionate about what they play.
We have the Marvel Finals going on behind us. It's top 32. We have also Street Fighter here, Cross Tekken, King of Fighters, Injustice. What games and players are you most looking forward to see?
I actually came here for mostly Street Fighter because I know a lot of the players playing there, and Marvel vs. Capcom because I actually have a friend competing, and he's not there anymore, but more support.
Well, we have the Street Fighter top 8 coming tomorrow. Daigo, Infiltration, and PL Balrog is the only American player representing in top 8. What do you think might happen, or what are you hoping to see in those games?
I'm just hoping for like really, really close matches. Like anytime you go out and watch a sport, you don't want to see a person just go in there and stomp everybody. I'm just hoping that they're just really close matches where anyone can take it. That's just my general hopes.
So you're now a substitute for Solo Mid, and on the side you've been doing a lot of kind of work that many people don't know about behind the scenes. Can you tell people kind of what you've been doing the past year and a half since stepping down from Epic?
Since I stopped playing professionally, I've done a little bit of casting, not only in League of Legends. I ran a lot of like little things that has to do with Solo Mid. I started the Solo Mid Invitationals before passing that off. That thing's obviously gone now with LCS. I casted other games for a while, and I did a lot of personal stuff, a little bit of like soul searching, figuring out what I want to do personally, and just took a break for a little bit as well. And so things are coming back in. I'm trying to be a little bit more involved in League of Legends. I've been doing a little bit of like videos, interviews with like other players, just kind of doing what you're doing, but with other League players. So I'm kind of exploring. It's fun. It's when you're done with one phase of your life, you move on to the next and you find what you really enjoy. And that's really what I'm looking for right now.
In the past few months, we've seen players like Elements and Chaos who've left or been dropped from their team and now have gone into other roles. You've been a little more quiet on that front, though, and you are a sub for TSM. Do you have the itch to play again or go on another team?
Playing professionally, not so much, but I have been thinking a little bit about maybe starting an amateur team. Not playing, of course, maybe as like training partners, but really, I think there's going to be a big growth in the amateur team. Right now it's getting so competitive, and the spots in the LCS is very limited. And so a lot of people are getting really good that can't compete at LCS. So I think there's going to be a lot of growth potential in the amateur scene, and I want to foster that.
Do you believe that there's openings within the League of Legends community and scene now to develop an entire new team, to push into the amateur scene and maybe get that to LCS?
I think the game is getting very competitive. When the top spots are filled and there's still people fielding and that they have the passion to keep on playing, they don't mind playing the amateur. You got to work through the amateur circuit to get to the pro circuit. And so now that the pro is kind of filled out and super competitive, you need to, there's going to be a trickle-down effect. I think the amateur scene is going to get a lot more competitive, and I want it to get more competitive too.
Lastly, Riot made 2 huge announcements this past week. One, that the finals will be at the Staples Center, and the 18 million people watch the All-Star Game in China. And along with that, they are actually the first organization for esports to get visas for American players to be recognized like the NFL, NBA, NHL players and like that. What are your thoughts on all the big moves that Riot is making for this year?
I think it's really great. They're really pushing it. They're modeling esports as a professional sports. They're getting the production quality up there. They're trying to get everything necessary in place to get it to that level, and really, I appreciate that, because when you have support from a company like that that really wants to push it forward and really enhance the experience, not just for the pro players, for the audience as well, I think it's very beneficial overall for everybody.
Thank you, Dan, and good luck in the future. I hope to see you on your new team quite soon.
All right, thanks a lot.
Stay tuned to GameSpot.com/esports for coverage all weekend long here of the Evolution Championships.